PXKM Productions, PXKM Productions.
We're fucking still reading this stupid story, Wolves Howl of Passion by Lord of Core, Sapphire American, Caitlin Anderson, PXKM Productions. Previous parts here, let's just get into it. I'm really fucking tired of this story.
I know, me too. I'm so hungry.
Here's
beautiful
locker room talk. Author's note.
Warning, very graphic sex stuff coming. LOL.
Coming.
There's still 3 fucking M's in
That
that
aren't
word.
capitalized.
Coming up. 2-piece. It's like a up. Okay. If you don't lick gay or LGBT plus stuff, you should, at least they get the plus in the LGBT. You should not read. That's not.
You should not Lou Reed.
That is a proper way to spell read. It's just not the correct read. You're probably a homophobe with that. So fuck off, I guess. Also, trigger warning, there is
Mental
disorder, abuse, cutting, and suicide.
Wait, all of that is gonna happen in like 500 words?
I'm not gonna question it. I'm just gonna make weird faces. Please be nice with the reviews.
I was pushing so hard with embarrassment and
embarrassment
and arousal. Edward was still kissing.
Wait.
And Wade.
Wade in the water.
Was still kissing me. His mouth opened and his tongue started to move its way into mine mouth. My pants. Back me, titty, around his groin, and I started to.
My pants became tight around my groin or his groin?
My groin.
Okay.
And I started to get an erection. OMG, so embarrassing, but in
S's this time.
a good way. In a good way. Edward's hands were moving.
Edward's
hand, just
word
down my chest to my groin, and he started to unzip my pants. His cold finger. Started gently brushing against my bulge, and I gasped with surprise and pleasure. I started to pant heavily, and Edward started to kiss at
my throat. I don't understand. How are you having this effect on me? Said Edward ardently. I can't even think.
They're doing this right in the middle of class. Yeah.
This is in the locker. This isn't.
I need to go to class, but first.
Don't try this, kids. Don't try this. This is. I stumble in pleasure as Edward's hand.
I have to say, is it
completely remove my pants? I gasp again and bloush deeper.
When your blouse gets really red, it blouses.
That's not even how you spell blouse, though. Blouse is spelled BLOUSE. My erection is free of its clothed prison. I know it's clothed, but this is so stupid. I want to say cloth because I feel like that's how
they would have said it.
Prison. It's clothed prison, and I can't help but thrust it toward Eudard's groin like I need it. He begins to pant and thrusts back toward me as he slams my body. Hold on. Gyast the locker.
I think this person thinks penis and penis is a lot more common than it actually is. I thrust my dick at his dick, and I'm like, that's not how it works usually.
I mean, like, you can dry hump.
I mean, you can put your dick in another dick. So it's just not very common.
Okay, so I read a lot of fan fiction, and like, there's this thing, I think it's called frauding, where it's literally just like rubbing against each other's groins while clothed.
Isn't that called, there's already a name for that, at least with women. It's scissoring.
No, just like rubbing the groins together.
You're still out with your clothes on?
Yeah.
So why is there a new word for it? It's just dry humping.
I know.
I get it.
I know. I don't know if it's like particularly with same-sex couples or guys and guys in general or heterosexual couples. I'm not sure. It's a phrase. It's called frauding. You can look it up on Urban Dictionary because I had to.
Edward, spelled right this time, stand back from my body for a sec to look me appraisingly.
I'm actually surprised that the word appraisingly is spelled almost correctly. It's just
almost.
Yeah, it's very close.
Like that's the level we're at. Spelled appraisingly. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, appraising is a a pretty decent word.
I stand there naked and blushing.
I
standing there naked and blushing with a huge erection.
What's the wrong pair?
Erection.
Another
Erection.
Erection.
Erection. I so embarrassed and turned on. I can't stand it. I can't. Emmanuel can't stand it. Edward smiles me, burning temptation, oblivious in his golden eyes.
Oh my god, they spelled oblivious right. How do you spell oblivious right, but you can't spell the Edward? Like, you can't spell Edward right. I don't...
He licks his lip. That is supposed to be licks. I was joking.
I know, because I thought it was likes.
Seductively.
Seduively. Okay, Seduivily. Seduivily.
And begins to remove his pants. I look at his gigantic manhood in wonder. I'm frozen in place as I wait for his next move. Plaque. Next move. Turn around. He says, authority.
Says with authority.
No, just authority. I thought it was authoritatively for a second, but no. Authority. I pause for a sec and then do it. My bare ass.
That's my favorite one of these so far. My bare ass
is toward him, and he moans as he loosks it. Is this getting worse?
Yeah.
High hands are around me now, and he bends me forward. I mack the most embarrassing squeaky moan.
Every time you spell the word embarrassing, it's spelled a different way. Every single time.
And he
Chuckles?
Chuckles?
Chuckles. It's supposed to be chuckles.
Chuckles sexily. How do you chuckle sexily?
How do you cuckold sexily? It sounds like cuckold, which is not a word that you want in there.
He takes a finger and puts it in my mouth. Suck. He demands author.
He demands author.
He's demanding the author.
So first he says authority, then he demands author. I demand the author too. I want to talk to this guy.
I want a better story. I thought this said this was written by a woman.
Oh yeah, it did in the description.
That would kind of make it understandable why she would understand how gay sex works.
Or the English language.
Are you saying women aren't good at English, Caitlin? That's offensive.
Okay, so I studied English in college, so no.
You mean collage?
Collage.
No, collage. I'm still not done with this one.
I know. Oh, this is
I do it, and then he slowly, really slowly, you see, puts it into my puckering virgin hole of my butt. That time it's actually. My butt.
No, my butt. We got my bare ass, but my butt. My butt.
My butt.
And butt is spelled properly. There's two different kinds of butt, but they picked the right one.
I gasp moan.
I gasp/moan the same time.
The same time. You like that, don't you? He said conceitedly. I just moan.
Why is conceited spelled right? What the fuck?
I like to think that this next sentence means they were doing this for weeks. I moan weekly.
I just moan weekly in repose.
Repose. His inner fire is moving in and out of me in the pleaser is almost overwhelming.
Spelled right too. You just missed the H. He tacks his finger. There's another fucking O. You get the point. And leans in to whisper in my ear. I want you to touch yourself. He said.
I think about you. Anyway.
I do as he demands, and he starts to push his massive erection. Every time there's a double R, I'm gonna roll it around my butthole. My butthole.
Of the butt.
He starts thrusting in one knee, and I am being stimulated in two ways.
You dart.
So he's touching himself, and also Edward's fucking him from behind. Okay. I have to remind myself what the fuck is going on.
Edward can't even give him a reach around? Come on, what an asshole. fucked in the asshole. More like, yeah.
That's why I didn't say anything. We're going all types
No,
of
there's
places.
nowhere we're not going.
They're going pretty far. Are they going to finish? And this is the last paragraph. Is he going to finish?
Apparently. Wait, where's the suicide coming in? In this paragraph?
I don't know.
There was so much
I think
pleasure.
it's because in the first chapter, he was like, oh, I think I would have killed myself.
So he just copied the same author's note to every chapter?
No, because the author's note is different every time.
I know, so
But all of the triggers are
The
repeated
same.
in every chapter for some reason.
I was filled with so much pleasure. I killed
just do
myself.
everyone a favor.
The end.
Put them all in the description, and you can like specify chapter by chapter. You
Oh,
don't
who
need to
cares?
fucking use Edward thrusts hard.
Eudard.
Oh yes, Eudard, infamous Eudard. Eudard and Edward, the evil twins, thrusts harder and harder in Sydney, and I can feel that I'm gonna come. We're panting and moaning in unison, going faster, add faster. Then I'm going over the eeg. I moan so loudly as I come all over myself.
Wait,
oh, he did come. Look
I
at
thought he was
that.
bent over, though. Wouldn't it kind of go toward the ground?
It depends.
His physics is weird.
Well, he's also touching himself.
Oh, so he got it all over his hand.
Yeah. Edward comes inside the same time. Weird. That's a weird place for that apostrophe. Both panting in happiness
Happiness.
and tiredness afterward. Edward is still inside me, leaning over me, painting the back of my neck. He's holding me around the middle with his strong arms.
No rooms.
Arms. Suddenly, we hear a quiet chuckle behind us. One.
Unfortunately, we'll have to leave on this cliffhanger. We will never know how it ends. I assume they get caught, and he feels so much shame he commits suicide. That's what I'm going to guess.
Also, Bella was brought up in this, but it didn't say that they were dating. It just said that Edward can't read Bella's mind. So maybe they came about the same time. You know, Bella was like a couple of days first. A couple days first. Now I can't English. A couple of days before she came. So
And he came.
Yeah. They both came. Maybe Bella came a couple of days before. I don't even fucking remember the dude's name.
Well,
Came.
so if you like this kind of writing, you're an idiot.
Wow, throwing shade. She's judging, kink shaming all the people.
More like English shaming.
Okay, I kink shame this person too because I have read my fill of smut. I have definitely read quite enough smut in my day, and this is not how it works.
Nope.
Blind, it's another night and you're home alone. Watched every damn TV show when you don't own HBO. Wish you could see some naked hotties cause you have no build a bone. Well, I can't provide the last thing, but